Hi guys, Shane Douglas here, Senior Vice President with ACN. Every single week I receive questions and calls regarding what is the difference between a coded leadership plan and a seamless leadership plan like we have in ACN. So I'm going to pull up Ambit Energy's coded leadership plan and compare it and show you exactly how it works and the differences between the two. Now, there's other companies that have coded plans like Stream Energy and 5Links, and there's several companies that have them. And on the surface, all you see really is how you earn the income. But for a brand new person, the challenge is they don't really understand the difference between a coded plan and a seamless plan when they first get started. So we want to make sure that we can answer those questions. So let's just jump right into it. Now, Ambit is very similar to us in the fact that they offer services only, but they offer energy only. And they're in 3 countries right now, 17 states. They've done very well. ACN, obviously we know our company's been around for a while, 25 years now. We're in 19 states for energy, and we're in 25 countries worldwide. And we have multiple services we offer. And the reason why I say that is when you're building a leadership bonus plan and you're trying to promote, obviously the more services you can offer in the more available states and countries, the better. Because obviously the more services you get, the more residual income you make. So that's why I even show you this slide, but I want to show you how this fits into a leadership plan. Now let's start with Ambit first. Now in Ambit, you pay an enrollment fee just like you do in ACN to get started, and you gather customers. That's what we do. We're customer acquisition companies because we're all trying to create long-term residual income, right? So I'm not going to go through all the parameters for promoting, but I just want you to see how it flows, because once you see that, you'll understand how both plans work. Now, as a consultant, when you start an Ambit, you got to go out and sponsor a few people and gather a few customers. Now, when you do that, you're going to get paid a residual-based income just like you would in ACN through 7 levels. But here is the first difference. The first difference is when I sponsor number 1 and 2 here, the green dots, we'll call them Tom and Mary. When I do that, what I've said is okay, they're my people I'm starting the business with, and I'm going to start to grow my business. But in a coded plan, they'll never leave that code. So if you're brand new and you've sponsored Tom and Mary, they're going to help you promote to regional. But what's going to happen for sure is none of Tom and Mary's business ever will create you any upfront leadership bonuses, just residual-based income through 7 levels. So that makes sense, right? So you've moved on to your regional code, and now you've started your new regional code with number 3 and 4. These are people that joined the business to gather customers, and they start to build a business. Well, what happens is now you get paid up to a $55 bonus every time someone joins your team to infinity that gathers a few customers within their first set amount of time, whatever Ambit's qualification period is. Now, so that's great. But now whoever 3 and 4 is, we'll call them just Steve and Sally. Steve and Sally will now forever be in your regional code no matter how high you promote in the business. So the most they can ever make you is up to $55 per person until they promote to regional. Now, when you move on to senior, what's really happened is you're making more money for doing the same thing, sponsoring a few people in the business who gather customers. And it's good because now you can earn up to $135 per person when they join the team, gather some customers in a set amount of time. But here's the challenge, is again, only the dots, number 5, 6, and 7, whatever their names are, when they build a business, those are the only ones you'll ever be able to make up to that bonus to until they promote. And then you move on, the same thing happens. So I'm sure you're getting the gist here, is that every single time you promote, you make more money, number 1. And number 2 is you're now getting to override that team in that code. But notice these barriers. You see these lines here? The reason why there's barriers is that they are in that code forever. So it doesn't matter if you go all the way to national or not. Mary and Tom, who are number 1 and 2 back in your consultant status, they'll always stay there where you can't make any leadership bonus. So you're in a situation where we don't know as builders who the best people are that we bring in. We never know that until they start to build a business. Well, in this particular plan, let's say Mary was the best person you ever sponsored here, number 2. The only challenge here is that you'll never make a bonus on Mary, because Mary was in your consultant code and can't move through with you. So let me just share with you now how the ACN program works. So in ACN, you start as a team trainer. You can see that up here. You pay an enrollment fee, you gather some customers, and you go out and you sponsor a couple people, just like you would in Ambit. But notice how this now changed to executive team trainer. See, when I met my qualifications by sponsoring a couple people who gather a few customers, once that happened, I no longer have a team trainer code like you would a consultant code in Ambit. You are actually now, everything that's in your team is now in your executive team trainer code. So it doesn't matter if it's just 2 or if it's 2,000. They're all sliding over to your executive team trainer business so that you can make bonuses that are related to executive team trainer. Now, as you promote and move on to executive team leader, here's what happens. Your entire organization now again moves all the way over. So you don't have an executive team trainer business anymore. You only have an executive team leader business, which is good because now you can earn up to $100 bonus on every person that joins your team that gathers customers within that set amount of time. Now, here's the important part. So Mary and Tom 1 and 2 are now with me in a higher business. So as I sponsor new people in and they sponsor new people in, I'm able now to earn a bonus on what they do. Now, it makes sense because probably Mary and Tom are friends, family member, people that you've known in the past. You're probably not going to sponsor 2 brand new people in your first part of your business that you don't know. So it'd be nice to work with them all the way through the program. So as you're building your business now and you promote over to team coordinator, what happens is now you can see your bonuses are now up to $300 per person when someone joins your team who gathers customers. But notice Tom and Mary are still there. See, that's the difference is there are no barriers here. So we are nurturing the same people, teaching the same people. Anyone would agree with you, no matter what company you're in, the longer someone's in your business, the better they get at it. So then they can produce better for themselves. So essentially, I'm helping promote people that started with me so that they can earn more income and I can earn more income because they help promote me as well. So we have several other leadership levels as we know already in the company, but essentially you get it, right? So as the business is growing and you're making these leadership bonuses, which fuels the plan for you to create the number 1 goal, which is long-term residual income, it's nice that you're working with the same people, teaching, growing together. Now here's a snapshot just to show you guys up close. Again, ACN leadership plan on the top, Ambit leadership plan on the bottom. Now, I'm not here to knock Ambit. Ambit's done very well. They've been very successful. But as a brand new person, I'm coming in looking at the business and I'm going, okay, now wait a minute. If I sponsor Tom and Mary and let's say number 3 red dot up there on the top is Steve, and I'm willing to work with them and I'm willing to get better with them, and long term, I can build with them all the way through to the highest level I have. Is that a benefit? Of course it's a benefit because more than likely we know these people. So you can do it on either plan. The difference is I believe that in ACN's leadership plan, it allows us to do it with the same people for the lifetime of the business, which means they're going to be better in the business. Hopefully this answers your questions. If you have any, please feel free to call me. If not, I'll see you on the next leadership training.